More than 30 million low intelligence crimes with subscriptions. He has come here. Sweet ceilings and plafonds in Sibiu. Remove the king's face from his army. And also the king of relaxing actresses. These three people together will produce what kind of fireworks? A lucky explosive shelf of waste police. A bunch of pure to outright fools. Add a surface scenery. The Black Boss exploded inside. Shadow Sun Rong combined together. Hard Survivor turned the big case into an absurd show. The beginning of the story. Two people put each drain on the well cover. Everyone has an alarm clock. And this alarm clock is actually a time bomb. And they do so mainly for two reasons. The first is one of them. Last night, I went to the bamboo shop and washed my feet. As a result, the bamboo shop really washed him his feet. Why does the bamboo shop not wash their feet? Some bamboo shops do not wash their feet. The second is to make money. Only they didn't think of it anyway. Explosive operation of this well cover. It will change their destiny trajectory. When the well was exploded, there are 300 people in this square. The first step is these two. A fool who wants to steal. The second wave is Zhang Yi'ang, director of the provincial old cadre's office. The third wave is the mysterious man who prepares to spread reports on the square. As a police officer, he watched an explosion. He began to reverse upwards, go to the explosion center. Then begins the evacuation of crowds. And the mysterious man begins to pick up reports that have fallen on Earth. One of the bulletins contained a mixture from sewage pipes, clogged under the feet of Zhang Yi'ang. And two fools have already dressed up in the best clothes. Then in trouble came a shop. It was shown after the intention. Two people then gathered all the shopkeepers in one piece. Let them hand over the key to their counter. Two men successfully empty the gold in their counter. Just when the two of them left, Zhang Yi'ang has just met with the evacuated crowd. At first, two people thought they were exposed. Looking at the crowd is almost like seeing. Zhang Yi'ang is also ready to withdraw. It was at this point that he found a piece of paper sticking under his feet. He stepped one foot with the other leg, just kicked off the shoes and that piece to step down. Wait until he sees the content on paper. In an instant, he became blind, and a mysterious man's eyes look at reports. It has already been discovered by people. You can only choose to run down. Subsequently, the provincial administration attaches great importance to gold stores being robbed. As a result of the surveillance inspection, he saw Zhang Yi'ang just recently. Well. At this time, Yi'ang came with a reporting letter. As a result, he looked back and saw himself on the screen. The piece of paper on which Zhang Yi'ang stepped is a press release, and even a real name report, but the name and ID number in that column. He was just stumbled onto his 1 foot. Everything is important information indeed. Zhang Yi'ang can only remain silent. He can never say that he is stepping on himself. The content of the letter could be said to have been a deep water bomb. The content of the reporting letter is: the death of the deputy director in Sanjiangkou city was a murder. The murder of one is the director general for public security. If the content in a reporting letter is true, this is an appropriate special large criminal case. But before that, the deputy director died. This matter has already been determined in the leadership group of Sanjiangkou. This is a traffic accident, since this deputy director, after something happened. This place is also always empty. Now that we have received a letter of notification, the chief of staff believes that no matter what, it does. Everyone should send someone to fill this void. By the way, you can check out reports. After that, the party committee decides. Let Zhang Yi'ang fill this void, because Zhang Yi'ang once stood in the triangle. The environment is also familiar. In addition to him, he's still a closing door disciple of the chief administrator. This way you can do without worrying. You'll be drawn by local factions. Zhang Yi'ang's inner heart is actually very resistant, because he has been off the administrative line for a long time. But the hall's attitude is very tough. Let him have to go triangular a year of laziness. It is necessary to clarify this case of the deputy director. And he assigned Li Qian to Zhang Yi'ang. This is how Zhang Yi'ang and Li Ying embarked on their journey to the mountain range. But no one could have imagined that two thieves who robbed money stores were also in the car. They recognized Zhang Yi'ang. You can only be scared to leave your original seat. And Zhang Yi'ang also understands. This time Li Qian, and so with him, was sent to the border. Then Li Qian asked Zhang Yi'ang, after going to Sanjiangkou, I intend how the case will be investigated. To know this case before the triangle has already been quantified. Now, they have a big flag drumming down the investigation case. It will surely cause dissatisfaction on the other side of triangle. Li Jin said that there's a way, but too much leakage. Zhang Yi'ang can't deal with his master. 2 words by Li Lian. The problem of Zhang Yang's concern has all been solved. He left Lu Xiao after he went well. Talk more about your own thoughts. Because he found this little girl film Brain Good Death. Soon the two of them arrived at Sanjiangkou City Public Security Bureau. But receive them. There is only one head of the Public Security Bureau and a new soldier. With the foot of your head, you know that this word is fake. In fact, these are the people who don't wait to see this airborne deputy director. This is why the director appears, because he and the deputy director belong to a group. He doesn't come up really to pursue and not look good. In any case, Zhang Yuan was also sent by the provincial council. If Zhang Yun doesn't come, logically, the position of deputy director should be a place for Captain Yuan. If Yuan could be promoted, then the deputy captain can reverse it. So these two people have an opinion on Zhang Yuan, which is huge. Zhang Yuan is the new deputy director. In any case, it is definitely necessary to meet these two captains of government. I just couldn't imagine that a few people have not yet arrived to meet up. The body of the captain at night was found on a riverbank, and under his body is pressed a stone with the name of Zhang Yi'ang written. So what exactly is all this going on? Here I'm talking to you. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.